Have you ever wondered why some people seem to remain calm, peaceful, and composed, no matter what life throws their way? Could it be that they've discovered something, a secret, hidden within the depths of their own being? Today, I'm going to share with you a simple yet profound practice, one that will keep you calm, regardless of the circumstances. This practice is rooted in the teachings of Neville Goddard, and by the end of this video, you will see how you, too, can remain still in the midst of the storm. Understand this: the world around you is a mirror, reflecting back your internal state. Master this inner state, and you will find peace, no matter what arises. To begin, we must recognize a universal truth. You are always in control of your inner world. The outer world, what you see, hear, and experience, is nothing more than a reflection of your inner assumptions and beliefs. If you assume chaos, if you assume that life is a constant struggle, then that is precisely what you will manifest. But if you can shift your assumption to one of calm, one of peace, then the world must mirror this new internal state. Neville Goddard taught us that consciousness is the only reality. What this means is that everything you experience, everything you encounter, is shaped by the consciousness you hold within. If you desire peace, you must first assume that peace within yourself. The practice I will share with you today is grounded in this principle. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. But instead of using it to manifest external desires, we will use it to cultivate an unwavering calm, regardless of what happens around you. Many of you may be wondering, but how do I remain calm when life feels so overwhelming, when it seems like everything is out of control? This is a common question, and I understand it well. Life often presents us with challenges, some of which seem insurmountable. But here is where the power of Neville's teachings comes to light. It is not about controlling the external world. It is about mastering your internal response to it. Imagine this for a moment. You are standing in the center of a great storm. The winds are howling, the rain is pouring, and chaos surrounds you. But within, you are calm. You are still. The storm cannot touch your inner peace. This is the state we are cultivating today. A state where you can remain calm, composed, and centered, no matter what happens externally. This practice requires no special skills, no complicated techniques. It is, in fact, remarkably simple. But do not mistake simplicity for weakness. This practice, when applied consistently, has the power to transform your life. As we move forward, I will show you how to apply this practice, and you will begin to see immediate results in your daily experiences. Remember, it is not the situation itself that creates stress or anxiety. It is how you perceive it. And when you can change your perception, you can change your reality. As Neville said, your imagination is the instrument, the means, whereby your redemption from slavery, sickness, and poverty is effected. And so too is your freedom from stress, worry, and fear. Let's begin with the foundation, the power of assumption. Neville Goddard's teachings consistently emphasize that what you assume to be true within yourself will eventually become your outer reality. Most of us believe that calmness comes from a peaceful environment or from external factors lining up perfectly, but that is not the case. The truth is, calmness is a state you must assume first, before the outer world reflects it. Think of a time when everything seemed to go wrong. A stressful day at work, conflict with a loved one, or simply the pressures of life weighing down on you. How did you react? Most likely, your mind assumed chaos, and that assumption dictated your response. But what if, instead, you assumed peace, even when the situation did not warrant it? What if you chose to feel calm, no matter the external conditions? This is the first step in mastering calmness in any situation, assuming the state of peace. The outer world may be turbulent, but your inner world must remain steady. When you can do this, you become like a rock in the middle of a storm, unmoved by the winds of life. Now, you might ask, but how do I assume peace when my mind is filled with stress and worry? The answer lies in a simple shift in perception. Instead of reacting to the chaos, you step back and remind yourself that the chaos is only a reflection of a temporary state. The key is to not engage with the turbulence. Simply observe it, acknowledge it, and then assume the feeling of calm, even if your external reality does not yet reflect it. In a moment, I'll explain how to strengthen this practice through repetition. But first, let's talk about the power of stillness in the midst of activity. Now that you understand the power of assumption, let's explore the concept of stillness. Many believe that to be calm, one must retreat from the world, avoiding all conflict and distraction. But true calmness, true mastery, comes from being still while fully engaged with life. Neville Goddard often spoke of the importance of inner stillness. He said, "Be still and know that you are God." This stillness is not the absence of activity, but rather the absence of inner disturbance. Imagine moving through your day, surrounded by the usual hustle and bustle, yet feeling completely centered, as if nothing can touch you. This is the power of stillness in activity. How do you achieve this stillness? It begins by bringing awareness to the present moment, to the here and now. When your mind races with thoughts of the past or worries about the future, gently remind yourself that the only moment that truly exists is now. In this moment, you can choose stillness. It is always available to you, no matter what is happening around you. This is not to say that external challenges will disappear instantly. The world will continue to throw its storms, its trials, and its distractions. But when you cultivate inner stillness, you are no longer swayed by these events. You observe them, but you do not let them disturb your peace. You become a witness to life's events rather than a participant in its chaos. So, how do you practice this stillness? In every situation where you feel overwhelmed, take a breath, pause, and remember that the external world is merely a reflection of a temporary state. The real power lies within. As you bring your awareness to this inner stillness, you will begin to notice that the world outside starts to reflect the calm you feel within. But this is only the beginning. Next, I'll show you how to strengthen this practice through visualization, a key technique that Neville emphasized. Now that you understand how to cultivate stillness in the midst of activity, let's take it a step further with visualization. Neville Goddard taught that your imagination is the most powerful tool you possess. Through it, you can create not only your future, but also the state of calm that you seek. Visualization is not just a technique to manifest desires. It is also a way to condition your mind to respond calmly, no matter what the situation. Think of it as mental rehearsal. When you visualize yourself calm and composed in any given situation, you are preparing your mind to react that way when the moment arises. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are about to enter a stressful meeting, or perhaps you're facing a difficult conversation. Instead of dreading the situation, close your eyes and visualize yourself moving through the event with perfect calm. See yourself speaking calmly, listening without agitation, and responding with clarity and ease. The more vividly you can imagine this, the more your subconscious mind will accept it as your natural response. Neville often spoke of living in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When you visualize yourself remaining calm in challenging situations, you are practicing that principle. You are living in the assumption of calmness, and soon that inner state will manifest itself outwardly. Visualization is not just about seeing something in your mind, it is about feeling it as though it were already real. But what happens if you're in the middle of a stressful event and haven't had time to visualize in advance? In moments like these, you can still tap into the power of visualization. Simply take a deep breath, close your eyes for a moment if you can, and see yourself in a peaceful state. Even just a few seconds of this can shift your internal state, allowing you to regain your calm. Next, I will explain how to persist in this practice, because consistency is key to mastering this state of calm in any situation. As we continue to build on these principles, there's one essential ingredient that must be present for this practice to truly take root: persistence. Neville Goddard emphasized that persistence in your assumption is the key to manifesting any desire, and this is no different when it comes to cultivating calmness. Think about the nature of persistence. Too often, when we face challenges, we fall back into old habits of reacting with stress, fear, or frustration. But what Neville teaches us is that, no matter how many times we may falter, we must continue to persist in our assumption of calm. Even when the world seems to be spinning out of control, even when everything in your mind is telling you to panic, you must remind yourself that calmness is your true state. This is not a one-time practice. It is something you must return to again and again. Just as the body grows stronger with repeated physical exercise, so too does your ability to remain calm grow stronger each time you practice it. With every moment you choose calm over chaos, you are reinforcing the neural pathways in your brain that allow calmness to become your default state. Neville said, "An assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact." This means that even if it feels unnatural at first to assume calm when you feel stressed, if you persist in this assumption, it will eventually become your reality. Your mind will begin to accept calmness as your natural response to stress, and the more you persist, the more effortless this will become. But persistence doesn't mean perfection. There will be times when you slip into old patterns of anxiety or worry. When this happens, don't judge yourself. Simply recognize that this is part of the process. Each moment is an opportunity to return to your inner state of peace. The more you persist, the more this calmness will become second nature. Next, I will show you how to bring everything together. How assumption, stillness, visualization, and persistence create an unshakable foundation for calm in any situation. Now that we've explored the individual components, assumption, stillness, visualization, and persistence, let's see how they work together to create lasting calm in your life. The first piece is assumption. As Neville taught, you must assume the feeling of peace, even when your outer world seems anything but peaceful. This assumption is not passive, it is an active choice. Every time you feel the stirrings of stress or frustration, remind yourself that peace is already within you. It is not something you need to search for. It is a state you choose to embody. Stillness then reinforces this assumption. By cultivating inner stillness, you create space between yourself and the external world. This stillness allows you to observe life's events without getting pulled into their drama. Remember, stillness does not mean inaction. It means holding your center, maintaining your calm, even as life unfolds around you. Visualization strengthens your ability to stay calm in any situation by rehearsing your ideal response ahead of time. The more you practice visualizing yourself as calm, composed, and centered, the more your mind will accept this as your natural state. When stressful situations arise, you won't need to force yourself to be calm. It will happen naturally because you've trained your mind to respond in this way. Finally, persistence ties everything together. Without persistence, your calmness may only last for a moment. But with consistent practice, this calmness becomes an unshakable part of who you are. Each time you choose calm over chaos, you reinforce the belief that you are in control of your inner state. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are the master of your mind. Neville Goddard once said, "You rise to a higher level of consciousness by taking your attention away from your present limitations and placing it upon that which you desire to be." In this case, you rise to the level of calmness by taking your attention away from the stress and placing it upon your desired state of peace. The more you do this, the more the world around you will reflect that inner calm. In the next section, I will walk you through a simple practice that you can use to apply all of these principles in your daily life. This practice will help you create a lasting foundation of calm, no matter what challenges you face. Now that we've laid the groundwork for understanding how assumption, stillness, visualization, and persistence create calm in any situation, let's put this into practice. What I am about to share with you is a simple, daily routine that will help you cultivate this inner calm and carry it with you throughout your day. 1. Morning reflection. Begin your day by assuming the feeling of peace. As you wake up, before your mind starts racing with the tasks and challenges of the day, take a moment to assume the state of calm. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and affirm to yourself, "I am calm. I am peaceful. Nothing can disturb my inner stillness." Imagine yourself moving through the day with grace and ease. This sets the tone for the rest of your day, anchoring you in peace before you face any external challenges. 2. Midday stillness. At some point in the middle of your day, take a short break to reconnect with your inner stillness. Find a quiet space, if possible, and close your eyes. Bring your awareness to the present moment. Feel the stillness within you. Let go of any thoughts about the past or future and simply be here, now. This short practice will reset your mind and reinforce your inner calm, allowing you to carry that peace forward as you continue with your day. 3. Visualization before sleep. Before going to bed, spend a few minutes visualizing yourself as calm and composed in any situation that may arise. Picture yourself handling challenges with ease and grace. Feel the calmness as if it is already true. By doing this just before sleep, you allow your subconscious mind to work on this assumption throughout the night. As Neville taught, the subconscious never sleeps. It will continue to manifest the calmness you have visualized, even while you rest. 4. Persistence throughout the day. As you go through your day, challenges will inevitably arise. When they do, remember to persist in your assumption of calm. If you feel yourself slipping into stress or agitation, pause for a moment and remind yourself that calmness is your true state. Take a deep breath, return to your inner stillness, and continue with your day. The more you practice this, the easier it will become to remain calm, no matter what life throws at you. Today, we have explored the simple yet profound practice that can keep you calm in any situation. We learned that the outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your internal state, and by mastering that internal state, you can remain peaceful and composed no matter what happens around you. We began with the power of assumption. By assuming the feeling of peace within, you create calmness in your outer reality. Then, we explored the importance of stillness in the midst of activity, learning that true calm is not the absence of external challenges, but the presence of inner stability. Visualization helped us see how we can mentally rehearse our calm responses before stressful events arise, preparing the mind to react with ease. Finally, we emphasize the critical role of persistence, understanding that this practice must be repeated daily for it to take root. Through this process, you are not just reacting to life, you are shaping it. When you assume peace, practice stillness, visualize calmness, and persist in your inner state, the world will reflect that peace back to you. It may take time, and there will be moments when you falter, but remember that every moment is an opportunity to return to your calm, to your center. Neville Goddard often said, "Man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness." The reality you experience begins within you. So, take these teachings, apply them in your life, and watch as your outer world transforms to match your inner state of calm. The power is within you. You are the operant power of your world, and with this practice, you can remain calm, no matter what storms may come. Now that you've learned how to remain calm in any situation using the teachings of Neville Goddard, I want to hear from you. What challenges are you currently facing that test your calmness? Share them in the comments below. I would love to help guide you through them. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel for more teachings on manifesting, inner peace, and living the life you desire. And if you're ready to take your practice even further, check out my next video where I'll dive deeper into how to use Neville Goddard's teachings to manifest your desires faster. Remember, calmness is within you. You have the power to master your inner world, and in doing so, transform your outer reality. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep practicing, keep persisting, and keep living from the feeling of the wish fulfilled.